let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First carry here for Ashton Jeanty. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To throw is Mayfield. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Motion the tight end over. 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3 and out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
And that hits and heads out beyond the 45, but short of the 40. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting on the ground. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
This offense has now left some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. So the false start backs him up 5. Here comes 2nd and long. Lamar off to play fake. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. This is Cox. That's Walker. And he is down to the 30-yard line. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Henry running to the left. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Play action. Here's Jackson. He rolls to his right. He brings it in. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We running more power rate. Also dangerous.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Henry goes the wrong way. He's going to lose several here.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. They go to him again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Here's Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Shotgun give here to Gentry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Baker now from the gun. Looking out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has a man on target to Thornton. This play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a Vegas first down.
18 on the play. And the Raiders first down.
Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Gentry on the draw. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
A good draw play is like a great punt return. You just set the table and let your elite athlete do his job. Excellent job of selling the pass. The O-line got a body on a body. And these running backs at this level, they know how to make you pay defensively.
From the red zone on first. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
This is Gentine on second. And 2 yards all he can get. It's third down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Into traffic, complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're back and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. From the gun, Mayfield. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. And he gets in, touchdown! The Raiders start to fight back with their first points of this game. Baker Mayfield, the touchdown. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, Pig Rock, KQB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hack, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Within 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And that effort yields him about 3 yards there. Second down.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Another run for Henry. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. This gets the 1st and more. The stop was made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Good offenses. Kate, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after him.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Henry running left. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 2nd-quarter lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back is finding the end zone through the running lanes. Let's give a tip of the cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. And no surprise here, they declined the flag because the play got a 1st down, so they're going to happily let it stand. First and 10 now from the 46. Throwing out to the left, cut! And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Oh, that one didn't have any of it.
Mayfield will look to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said and how long that game was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
First and 10, it's Mayfield. That's complete to the back, Ashton Jeanty. Nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Jeanty from the gun. It's inside the 10. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Going after up and good by Arbison. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Five still to go here. This is second down. So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Running once more with Henry. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Best run games in this league at bounds can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
First down now, ball at the 33. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. First down now, ball at the 33. They go play fake with Jackson. Too much lead on that throw. That fall's incomplete ahead of his target. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And now it's second down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Drawn up here for Lamar. And there's lots of work to do now on third down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll throw, third and long. Going deep towards the end zone. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Oops, knocks it through. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. They send a man in motion. Give up the guts. It's Genty. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
They'll bring the tight end in motion. Here's Mayfield. Buying some time right. Moving right. Forces one through double coverage. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Iona Sanker. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Play action now with Jackson. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Turning to Henry on third. Off to the races, middle of the field. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens will add to their lead at the end of the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. Now Mayfield. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Motioning the tight end left. He's back to throw. He's trying to go deep again. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. There's Kyron Williams on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner, and this gets out to the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. Extra cut to the right sideline. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Now a give right side to Mitchell. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. They kept kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Genty. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Baker now. Chased out to his right. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Ravens will get possession up towards midfield as they take the interception up beyond the 40.
You knew before this drive started the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Lamar off to play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Connects on the crosser. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. 35 on the pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
He was brought down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Flying down the middle with Henry. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
3rd and just 2 to go. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. Luke knocks it through. And that extends the lead to 20.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.